Hi guys, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it is your first time here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my most requested videos, and that is for a study tour. Now if you've been around here a while, you'll no doubt know that just over a year ago we bought a house that needed every single room kind of stripping back to floorboard, stage and rebuilding up, and my study is about 99% done. There are a few different things, such as we're struggling to find a small enough bracket for the curtain rail for the window, so I currently don't have any curtains, and I was holding off on doing this video, but then I just thought I'm actually never going to get it done. There's always constantly going to be little additions and changes that I want to make, so because it's something that I am repeatedly asked for, I decided that I would just go ahead, show you the study as it is with a few minor tweaks still left to do. So I'm going to show you right from the very beginning all the way through to how it looks now, and I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, so room update. This is the study. We have stripped it right back. As you can see, cut through all those layers, of which there were many, of wallpaper, taking the skirting boards off and taking it right back to floorboards. So this is where we are at the moment. Hopefully by the end of the day, James will have put some new skirting boards on, and then we can think about decorating. These are the different shades of grey that I've got to choose from. I think that I've discounted this one because it's very, very bluey. So it's kind of between these two.
So I've finished with the undercoat. I've painted it all white, and you can see where I've just done the tester of grey there. So that's the final colour it's going to be. So I can't really stand far enough back to show you, but I have got the bookcases in. We've left this space in the middle. This is where Jess's desk is going to be, and I'm going to show you what we are planning for her desk. It's a little bit of an IKEA hack, not so much as we have actually bought an IKEA desk, but the way I'm fitting it is going to be slightly different to how they have it. So this is the desk down here. It's bamboo and it's got a couple of drawers in there, but the one thing that we thought was it's very shallow, and if we mounted it back to where the bookcases meet the wall, it would only stick out a little bit, and with the monitor and keyboard and everything, there just wasn't going to be that much space. This desk is meant to be mounted on like 2 bamboo rails that get affixed to the wall, but I'm gonna just kind of fix it down the middle of these bookcases. What I'm planning to do is this shelf here that's stood up to the right hand side, I'm gonna try and fix that into the back of where the desk is gonna sit. That's gonna sit level with the top of the desk, and it's going to create kind of a deeper desk. That bookshelf will be able to be removed, and I'm going to put another shelf in under that at a lower level. That's where the Mac and all the wires are going to sit. So hopefully when it's finished it should look clean and tidy. So I'll let you know how I get on and we'll see if it works. I have installed the desk and a couple of shelves into this space here. Jess really wanted like a floating desk. She was adamant that she didn't want any legs coming down off the back. So when we saw the this system in IKEA, we knew that it'd be perfect. I spoke about in the last video that we thought the desk would probably be a bit shallow, so I added the shelf extension piece at the back. You can see there's a line there. I spent quite a bit of time making sure that it all sat perfectly flush. And I'll show you how it's connected in just a sec. The brackets I've just fixed back into the existing shelves, and I think they provide quite a clean finish really, and I kind of like the contrast between the white shelves, the grey wall and the bamboo. I think it looks pretty good. The shelf at the back just lifts out. And that will just give access down the back. I'm going to put another shelf a bit lower down here. That's going to house the little Mac and the wires and everything, just to make sure everything's hidden out of sight and is clean. So I've just used the brackets that came with the IKEA stuff, and then I've put some extra metal brackets just fixed to the back of the desk, and the shelf just sits into that gap nice and snug. I used little foam bits, as you can see there on the brackets, just to make sure that it wasn't clattering round, and that just goes back in. Like so. You having fun?
Living my best life. Surrounded by books.
Where's the charity shop pile?
So the first thing we see when we come into my study is my little rabbit friend here. This is from Laura Ashley. It's a doorstop, it's a weighted doorstop. James bought him for me a while ago now, but I will link if I find something similar. And then he's just really good for propping open the door. As you can see, we've still got the original heart pine doors. If you've watched my other house tour stuff, you'll know that we are planning to replace the doors, but it's an expensive business. I absolutely love this pine, but as you can see, they're quite damaged. So yeah, all the doors in the house do need replacing at some point. So this is as you go into my study. I will give you a quick whiz around, and then I'll show you in a little bit more detail each thing. We'll start on this side. This is just a little heart trinket that I picked up. I have loads of heart trinkets. I'm considering making like a feature wall with them all, but at the moment this one's just hanging up here. I love the bronze, gold and the white, and then it just is on a little rope detail again. As you can see, the door is pretty damaged and will need to be replaced. Then we've got my bookcases. I was aiming for floor to ceiling, but there is a tiny gap between the ceiling and the bookcase. These are from IKEA. They're the Billy bookcases with the extension on the top. So we come all the way down. This is the little owl that we bought for the recent Harry Potter day that we did. I'll link that vlog if you didn't see it. And he just lives in here now. Going all the way down to the bottom. So I don't have too many trinkets on this side. This is a little elephant that I got from Knowsley Safari Park. He's got a little brown mark there, but I just thought that he was so cute, and he just lives on my bookshelf there. A little bit further down we've got this Venetian mask. This came in a fairy loot, and it's actually a necklace, but the chain is far too long, so I just think that it looks really cute there. And then just on the bottom shelf I've got this, and I got this when I went to Zambia when I was 18 or 19, and it actually has got a little bit damaged over the years, which is very, very sad. But it's got a rhino on it, and I think it's got a tooth in it. I cannot now remember what this came from, but I picked this up when I was out quad biking in Africa, and it just lived in there, and it's just something that I don't quite want to get rid of yet. It's a little bit, well, it's seen better days, but I love it, so it just sits on the bottom shelf. Moving across to my study area. Now this desk is an IKEA hack, and James, bless his heart, filmed himself creating this. I just think the whole effect is so stunning, and I absolutely love it. And then yeah, we've got the matching bamboo shelves up there. These boxes are both from IKEA. This plant is from Next, and is actually the only plant that I've ever successfully kept alive. This quote, if I zoom in a bit, it says, "Always look on the bright side. That way, if something goes wrong, you can say the sun was in your eyes." This came from a shop in the UK called Clinton's Cards, and they were having a closing down sale or end of season sale, and I picked that up for really, really cheap. She Reads Truth is a book that I got from my brother-in-law and his wife. Moving down here, this pegboard is from somewhere that I now cannot remember, but I will link it again down below. These feathers are from Sainsbury's, and I love them because these are the colours that I really, really wanted to have in my study, and I saw them, the gold, the pink, the turquoise and the grey, and just they were just so perfect. This is James's brother and his wife. It's their wedding. This is just a little postcard that James got me that I just think is really cute. And again, look, another hanging heart. I actually want to get another print for this section. I'm thinking there is a watercolour Little Women's quote. I'm going to paraphrase this because I won't get it 100% right, but it's something like, "She has read far too many books and it has turned her brain." And I'd quite like that to sort of just sit in that gap there and just get rid of that. Moving down here, we've got this screen. This is just an old television screen that I use for editing with my Mac. I probably should get a smaller screen, but it does the job for now. I've got my Niffler Funko Pop. This is a lamp from Primark, I think. It costs about £5. I've got some llama based coasters. This is an IKEA thing for my phone. It's bamboo, so it matches quite nicely. Notebook, laptop, mouse. This chair is a velvet effect tub chair, and I got this from eBay. I will link it again down below. This was about £80, I think, and I absolutely love it. It's so squishy, it's so soft, it's exactly what I was looking for, and especially because it has the contrasting legs which match with the desk and just really finish the whole thing off. I think it's just exactly what I wanted. This is obviously a mess and you're not supposed to see it, so I'm only going to show you really quickly because James would be horrified, but here is my Mac. So you can see what he did was put another smaller shelf underneath, and so the shelf on top lifts off and you have access to all these wires. This is actually supposed to be up there, but I've not been doing a very good job of looking after it. But yeah, so it's just a very neat, very cute little storage solution, and I just love it. Moving across to my next bookcase, I've got my bookmark jar there, my Jack Sparrow Funko Pop, my Channel Mum cup and some book tabbing things. Moving down, I'm not sure what this is. I think this is a Fairy Loot. It is not in the stars. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. There we've got Dumbledore, Professor Trelawney, Hagrid, and a cute little fox bookmark, which actually marks the pages, but I think he's too cute not to have. This is my Harry Potter shelf. We've got Newt Scamander, Ludo Lovegood, my little Ravenclaw badge, and then the special edition Ravenclaw of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It gets a little bit messier as you get down here. This is more storage. It will eventually be filled with books, so these are books that I haven't read yet, so we'll just pretend we don't see that shelf. This one has got my book saving jar in it, which I need to start using with more regularity. James bought it for me. It's white and gold. It says "All Hail the Queen." It has got a few pounds in there, but the idea being that every time I read a book I put £1 in, and then after 6 months or a year I can break it open and buy myself new books. So that is the goal for next year. I'm going to do that religiously next year and try not to buy any books until I break that open, and then go on a big shopping spree. That's the goal. So then I've got my 3 Jane Austen books, which are in these vintage classic covers. I need to finish my collection of these because my luck is going to be that they stop selling them and I still haven't got them. Also have the world's best scent. So this came in a fairy loot, and this is lavender and book scented room spray, and honest to goodness I don't know what I'm going to do when this runs out, because this is one of the best smells I have ever smelled. It's just gorgeous, and that lives there because I like to give it a little spritz when I'm doing my work. As I said, it gets a bit messy when you get down here. We've got copies of my book that I wrote, notebooks, my big camera, some pictures, slate heart, a family photo, some stationery, and then basically an empty shelf. Now onto my favourite part of the room, aside from my desk, which is, I love it, but it's obviously where I have to work. This is where I come to relax. So we'll go to the windowsill first. This is just a little jar of rose potpourri that I bought from Sainsbury's, just to make the room smell nicer. I also have a quote on this windowsill. My sister bought me this a couple of years ago for Christmas. Oh, you can see my reflection. It says, "With freedom, books, flowers and the moon, who could not be happy?" Oscar Wilde. So that just sits behind my chair there. These are steps from IKEA, and I'm debating whether to paint them. I feel like I might want to paint them a blush pink, but they work as a kind of little coffee table when I sit in my armchair, but they also help me to reach the top of my bookshelves because I cannot reach the top shelf because I am too short. I've also got a bookish coaster here, "You are your own best weapon," which is a quote from The Winner's Kiss by Marie Rakoczki. So that just sits, let me put it back, just sits next to it. Moving on to my armchair now. This lamp came from Aldi. It was about £40. The only thing I don't like about it is that this is not movable, which is a bit of a pain. This throw I love. It came from Sainsbury's, and I bought it mostly because of these blush pink tassels. If you're wondering why I have so many bits from Sainsbury's, my parents got me some vouchers for my birthday to furnish the study. So I got this, and the feathers with those vouchers. And then this cushion is from Next. This is quite a recent addition. Again, I got it because of the little pom-poms. It is one of the softest things I have ever come across. It's absolutely gorgeous and perfect for the chair. You will probably recognise the chair. This is an IKEA special. It's the Strandmon, I think, in grey with the matching footstool. This down here is the curtain rail, and you can just see the curtains behind that need to go on to this window and the little window that I'll show you in a second. As I said, we're struggling to find small enough brackets to sit on the window, so as soon as that is done, then that will go and that will go, and yeah, the room will be complete. I'll show you quickly the curtains that I've gone for. They are just really thin panel ones with this cute little flower pattern on in grey and white, just super lightweight, super thin, and I think that they're going to look just perfect on there when we find the right kind of bracket. Another one of my favourite parts of the room, in fact, do you know what, I'm going to stop saying that because the whole room is just my favourite. These are 3 prints which were sent to me by a lovely lady called Ellie, who has an Etsy shop called Storybook Girl Design, and she actually has given me a discount code if you are interested. She does all kinds of bookish watercolour prints like this. They're absolutely stunning. I'll show you a close-up of them. She sent me 4, but the way the wall was, I decided that 3 looked just a bit neater. I am thinking about filling this wall, but I also kind of like how it's quite simple and straightforward and classic. That also works for me, so I don't know. So I've got to try and do this without getting too much reflection in, so you can still kind of see the bookcases, but you get the idea. So this is a J.R.R. Tolkien quote, "Little by little, one travels far," and I mean, just how stunning. How stunning is that? I absolutely love it. The next one is a William Shakespeare quote, "Go girl, seek happy nights to happy days," and again, just absolutely gorgeous, so perfect for this room. And then moving on, the final one is a Frances Hodgson Burnett quote. She is the writer of The Secret Garden, if you're not familiar. I'm not sure that this is from that. I'm not actually sure. That's terrible, isn't it? Hang in there. It is astonishing how short a time it can take for very wonderful things to happen. And again, just so pretty. Love it. And then the final thing to show you really is just this little forgotten corner. So I've got another window there. So I've just got a few bits sadness. She is my girl. I've carried her with me forever. She just is fantastic. She's my favourite Inside Out character. She speaks to my heart. Then I have this storage basket which has all my photography stuff in it. I have quite a few backdrops, light reflectors and that kind of thing, so that lives in there. That does actually fasten up. Should have probably done that before I started filming, but never mind. This is a scratch off map of where we've travelled, which I keep meaning to put up, but I need to get a suitable frame for it and I'm just not sure where to get it from. That's my laptop case and my tripod. And again, this wall is quite bare, quite like it bare, but then I'm also considering putting some invisible book cases up, perhaps with some of my nicer covered books. I'm not sure. Again, this is kind of a work in progress, this corner. Obviously I have the storage basket, but this is not massively neat, but needs must. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed that peek into what my study looks like now, and I hope that you enjoyed it. As I mentioned in the video, I was kindly sent some prints by Ellie from Storybook Girl Designs. She has her own Etsy shop and I will link to that in the description box down below, and I will also put the details of the discount code that I mentioned there as well. If you want to go along and support a smaller bookish business, that would be fantastic. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to click that all-important subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all very soon.